The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And you look at the Saints defense. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
Here's 2nd and 10. Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A handoff left, Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Cowboys had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards the pickup there.
Yeah, here we go. Wait it.
A first down carry by Elliott. Pushes him aside at the 10. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. A strong running gets them to the 9-yard line. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Wait it.
Elliott will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
How about that stand defensively? The sticks were moving against them. First down after first down was being piled up. They had driven all the way down the field, and then they ran into a wall on 3rd and goal. Nice job regrouping. Very impressive.
So on 4th down, Prescott off, and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. And his kick is good. So 3 points on the board. As easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun on 3rd down. Milton, that is caught. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here we go.
Here's Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's 2nd down.
Yeah, here we go.
Inside give to Elliott. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Yeah.
To throw is Prescott. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. When you look at the Saints defense, right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
With they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Prescott from the gun. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this 1st quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Looking to throw. Milton. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Saints add 6 to their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On the jet sweep, they get this to Cooks. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have a Cowboys first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Yeah, here we go.
Throwing. Prescott steps away to his left. And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing. Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Throwing to start the drive. Milton. Oh, that is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. Milton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
from the gun on third down. Milton, he has it complete to Christian Watson. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on third down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. Hopkins' kick is good, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. He may go. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Yeah, here we go. I take.
The Cowboys will go. Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Prescott now. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go. Right to 26.
They'll throw again. Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Elliott. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Yeah. 26.
Now Prescott. Flush to his right. Did he get the feed down? Yes! Touchdown! Jake Ferguson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead, and they'll move it up to the 40. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
That's taken in by Watson.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
This now a 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Milton. Pass, take it. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
2nd and 10. On the counter, Elliott. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! C.D. Lamb, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Spinning away, pushes past him. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And bulldozing his way through. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception. They've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Elliott going to get it again on second down. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Prescott to throw it. Buying time to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Up the middle. Here's Elliott. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 49 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. With that last carry, he's now over 8,000 career rushing yards.
All right, big applause. Lots of clapping for this one, right? Think about it this way. Along the way, he has passed Hall of Famer Terrell Davis, and now he's starting to approach another Hall of Famer in Larry Zonka.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Dancing to his left. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 17-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A give to Elliott. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Now Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. A dump off to Elliott. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And now down 3 scores. I don't think there's any decision at all. You've got to go for it because you don't know how many more times you're going to get an opportunity. Field goals, they're not going to cut it in this situation.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Running with Elliott, and he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. Ezekiel Elliott unable to punch it in. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think, well, we might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. Looking to throw. Milton. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. Oh, and a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now he's free at the 35. Chris Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, 79 yards. And the Saints are on their way to a 2-0 start. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And this hits off the right upright, but it finds its way through. Could have gone either way, but he got it to go. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They'll set up a throw. Forced out to his left. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. They'll run it with Elliott. Dances by him. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. They go to Elliott again. 90 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And that's Elliott. Complete. And he gets it down to the 32. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott, hit as he throws there, incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And that one will drop incomplete. 4 seconds remaining now in this half. Likely time for just one final play. One last shot now for Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be caught. So an offensive final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. And he missed it. It wouldn't have mattered. They were going to lose either way, but the game ends strangely on a missed PAT.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Saints, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys,
I came in nothing but them raps, the clothes on my back, them L-dogs, nothing but them blacks, the A, with a black man is debonair. I'm talking about a black man's heaven here. Shorty, we going where the destination is manifested. We learn how to collect reparations and invest it. I went from dressing the coldest to catching the COVID, to blessed with success and promoting to just
Yeah, buddy, you ready or not? Don't really care if you was or you wasn't LeBron. From now on, I'm calling the shots. I don't really care about your hating little daddy LeBron. Your mammy's a petty